taking and what's the method. I did couple videos. I did couple videos on how to use it based on body weight for the zeolite, and you have to go on it for at least a good cycle of like 90 days. See how you feel. You feel great, then you can definitely do another load. But it's all based on body weight because you don't want to end up taking too much because you can cause some digestive issues. So that's the way you have to do it. Start with like 1/4. If you're taking the powder, start with 1/4 teaspoon. Work your way up to a teaspoon if you want, or a couple of grams a day. So this way you can actually cleanse out your body. Do like a full 90-day minimum. Once the 90 days are up, stop for about a week. You can do what is called like a hair analysis testing to see how much heavy metals has been releasing from your body. Then you can actually decide whether you need to do another cycle or you can just wait about 2 weeks and do another cycle. It's just up to you. Or sometimes it depends on the environment you live in. You can take it all year long at a specific dose. But you don't want to be in a detoxifying mode all the time. You do want to give your body a break, especially your kidneys and liver. Should supplement be taken when taking zeolite? You can still definitely do it because it only kind of goes after non-organic heavy metal material, so it should be fine. But just to be on the safe side, you gotta have at least 4 hours apart. Hey Ritik, how are ya? Millionaire Jay, how are ya? So at least 4 hours apart between taking zeolite and your supplementation, just so you don't end up capturing and losing a lot of the supplements you're taking. Even if you're taking, let's say, any type of medications as well, make sure that at least a 4 hour gap in between. Does it take everything out, like good and bad minerals? From based on the studies and everything, only goes after the bad, heavy, toxic metals and minerals. But I think there's still a lot more to it, and I did come across some studies that it does pull some magnesium and some iron and so on and so forth. So just to be on the safe side, similar like shark oil, right? Just to be on the safe side, just have it at least 4 hours apart. Best time to take it would be early morning. As soon as you wake up, you can drink, let's say, 1 cup of trace minerals, wait about 20-30 minutes, then drink it. And that would be the ideal thing. Marek, how are you? It's a rainy day and I had to come back inside because I'm tired, actually. It's been a long day, filling up the trench, me and Duke. We've been working very hard. Duke is laying on the bed, relaxing. He had first choice. My first choice was to actually make coffee. So he's relaxing now, which is good. Do you take B complex? I do take methylated B vitamin. The only reason I take the methylated B vitamin just to kind of methylate my homocysteine levels correctly, because there's a good level of populations with the homocysteine not being methylated, so it is ideal to take it, but it is good for cognition, for mood enhancement, anything like that. And everybody should be on a B complex because you guys, most of us don't eat organs. And you're going to get like a good level of vitamin B complex, mostly from organs. Thoughts on homemade cold brew? If you can do your homemade cold brew, should be fine. Same as coffee, which is going to be excellent, especially if you like it nice and cold. I don't. And just make sure you're not adding anything, any type of sugars to it. Is collagen good to take? If so, which one? You got to make sure you're taking type 1 and type 3 for collagen. I'd rather take collagen than take whey protein anytime through the day, because we tend to kind of consume a lot of protein no matter what, but we don't consume enough collagen in our lifestyle, in our diet. So collagen is very, very essential. Just make sure you are getting type 1 and type 3. And that would be like your best thing to do. Guys, let's get some thumbs up on YouTube, some likes on TikTok, get more people coming in. We can definitely have like an awesome chat with everything. I will be eating beef liver from tomorrow, 6 kilograms each week. 6 kilograms each week. That is a lot, Merrick. That is quite a bit of liver. Try to freeze some. Maybe have like 200 grams a day would be ideal. You don't want to end up taking that much. MCT, yeah, MCT oil. I just put some in my blender because I'm gonna blend it with the coffee. 100%. You need MCT. So we just finished grinding some fresh coffee. I left 2 bags in the car. I have to get them actually, but it's raining right now because went to the store, me and Duke, when we got some coffee, so I don't run out. When to take collagen? Best time to take collagen would be with your last meal of the day. That's what I would recommend. I buy my collagen here locally, but you can buy any company. Just make sure there's 2 things. Grass-fed collagen is 1. Make sure it's type 1 and type 3. And make sure it's bovine. It's coming from bovine, nothing else. That's the type of collagen you want. Anything else, if it doesn't state any of these things, then don't buy the damn thing. Seriously. I don't know if iHerb sells any good ones. If I do come across any on iHerb, I'll probably recommend for you guys. But if you do come across one, Duke, when I'll come out, okay, give me a sec, bud. But if you do find like a good one, send me the link. I can check it for you just to make sure it is good. But make sure you do the research. It has to be type 1 and type 3 from bovine. Dr. Axe has a good one. Okay, just make sure the ingredients are good, nothing added to it, and make sure it is grass-fed and grass-finished. If it's not, don't buy it, okay? Seriously. If it's not grass-fed, grass-finished, don't buy it. If it's not type 1 and type 3, don't buy it. Because that's the only way you can actually saturate it correctly in your body. And keep in mind, you take the collagen based on how much protein you consume. So if you consume 100 grams a day of protein, under 100 grams of protein, then you need 5 grams. If you consume over 100 grams of protein a day, then you need 10 grams a day. Okay, guys? Can I make muscle only with bench and dumbbells at home? Yes, you could, 100%. As long as you're doing compound training, you can actually build muscle mass. Give me a second, guys. Let me press my coffee very fast here. Best time to take 6 milligrams of boron, and how many milligrams? Yeah, 6 milligrams per dose. You can take it twice a day. Twice a day. You can go as high as 32 milligrams a day if you want. But make sure you take it with meals. And make sure the meal has some good fats in it, John. Dr. X, maybe I'll check his to see if it's good. If the price is right. If the price is not right, I will never buy it. It's all about the pricing and the quality. I know a lot of companies are overcharging now. What about marine collagen? Marine collagen is not bad. It's just you gotta be careful of the mercury levels. Is vitamin C good for collagen too? Vitamin C with lysine and proline will promote collagen buildup. Without vitamin C, you taking collagen supplements, sometimes it's a waste of money. You need vitamin C to actually help with the buildup of the collagen. And you have to have sometimes good lysine and good proline. That was one of the combination that Dr. Linus Pauling came up with for the arteries to actually rebuild them. Because once your collagen is dead in the artery, that's why you get damage. And that's how you can damage your glycocalyx as well too. Why is real butter so satiating? Saturated fats are satiating. That's why I always recommend whenever you're eating like a lean steak or anything lean, make sure you have enough saturated fats, because saturated fats is what keeps you satiated, especially animal saturated fats. Eggs, cheeses, butter, suet, any type of animal fats is gonna keep you satiated, and it's gonna actually prevent that craving. And that's how you can be able to actually lose weight, which is very, very effective. Very effective. Let me blend my coffee, guys. Give me a second so I can enjoy it. What are the symptoms of H. pylori? Fatigue, constipated, stomach pain, irregular heartbeat. You got you're constantly bloated. You're constantly constipated sometimes. You got diarrhea quite fast. There's a lot of different symptoms like that you get all from H. pylori, and you can actually get a simple blood test to see if you actually have if you're positive for H. pylori or not. So, and once you know you have H. pylori, then you can book a time with me and I can help you fix the issue very fast. A lot of rain. A lot of rain. Broccoli sprouts for H. pylori? Yeah, it's not bad. There's mastic gum. There's other things. Thanks for the gift, Robert. I got the #1 gift. Cheers to that. Guys, let's tap the screen. Get more people joining us because I want to talk about weight loss. One of the best methods to lose weight. Do you guys know it? Let's have like a Q&A here. Do you guys, what do you think is the best method to lose weight? Hello, Maurice. How are you? Hey, Lexi. Can't wait to hear. Well, you tell me your thoughts. I'll tell you whether it's good or not. How about I get everybody's thoughts first? And then we can kind of decide. Calorie deficit. Okay, we got one of them. It says calorie deficit. What else we got, guys? Taking berberine. That's not bad. That's a good way. Fasting. Perfect. Cheers to coffee. Coffee is good. I can probably live on coffee all day long. That would be awesome. Intermittent fasting. Cheers to coffee. So we got intermittent fasting. We got calorie deficit. We got no sugar. The best way to lose weight is consultation with Maurice. There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. Cheers to that, Marek. Robert, cheers to the pumpkin drink. Pumpkin spice latte. I love coffee hot. Now I tried cold brew. Love both. I haven't tried cold brew. I think I tried it years ago. I couldn't take it. So I like the carnivore diet. It is good as well too. Exercise, aerobics in combination with calorie reduction. Enjoy. Cheers. Do you know about animals? Do you know about animals? What do you mean, do you know about animals? Drop carbs and work out. Sleep well, no stress. So what's the best thing to actually get rid of stress completely? And you guys know I talk about this very, very highly. What's the best thing to do to drop stress 100%? Because stress plays a huge thing in our lifestyle, right? Plays a huge issue with our cognition. Plays a huge role in sleep. Divorce my wife and get rid of my kids. There you go, Tony. Are you kidding, Tony, or are you just for real? Diet. Okay, so we have somebody on YouTube says L-theanine. Hide in the closet. There you go. I love that idea. So L-theanine. So do you know why certain people, they can actually be able to control their cognition, their mood, their stress, and certain people they can't, they try so much but they can't? Is because their hippocampus, we don't actually get enough oxygen flow to it. And once we don't get enough oxygen flow, we start to actually feel depressed. We get stressed very easy. Cheers, Robert. Thank you. We get angry. We end up having like anger issues. We end up hitting things. And one of the thing is because we're not increasing the oxygen flow to our hippocampus, which is part of our brain. And one of the best way to do that, and the only reason sometimes we end up getting that, because we take antidepressant pills, we take cholesterol pills, we take beta blockers for blood pressure. And all these things, they actually cause issue with our mind and cause issue with the brain flow, with the oxygen. So end up causing more stress and more issues. So you go from one medication to a second, to a third, to a fourth medication, and we could never lower blood pressure. We could never fix anything. We're just getting worse. And one of the downfall is it does actually shrink your brain. So the best thing to do is L-theanine is a good start, very very good start, or even Bacopa is really good, or Suntheanine. Yeah, go for it, Robert. Nothing's stopping you. Love your content, and Duke. Cheers, Blaze Baker. Baker, that's awesome. Go ahead. I'm waiting for your question, Robert. Just don't pick my brain too much, because what's the best way to lower cholesterol naturally? The question is, why do you want to lower your cholesterol? That's the main question. Why does nicotinic acid cause flushing one time but no other times? So it varies. It all varies per your diet, per your capillaries, how much triglycerides you have, and sometimes the body it doesn't get used to it. It's just if you really want the flush all the time, you have to drink it with warm water. You have to kind of be consuming enough fats in the diet, then that works. If you don't, it's fine on and off, on and off. And that's why I tell everybody you can always cycle it. Because there's days you would feel the flush. I took it twice today, did not feel the flush. And sometimes I take it, I would feel the flush. So all varies on your diet, varies on your lifestyle, varies how much cholesterol you have in your body. It all varies. And if you really enjoy the flush, what I would highly recommend is every 30 days, come off for about 5 to 7 days of the product. I can't answer, but you can definitely do it that way. Because my doctor told me if I don't lower the cholesterol, I'd have problems with my heart in the future. You can lower your cholesterol, and your doctor just has no clue what he's talking about. He's starting to scare you, so he sells you more statins and a whole bunch of stuff. You can lower your cholesterol. You can check on my ebook on how to control your cholesterol and lower it. But it's not about lowering cholesterol. It's about preventing oxidization. So I'm gonna take some niacin. We'll see if you can get a flush. I get my niacin in bulk powder. We're gonna try it out. Can I use bone broth for my gut when I have high blood pressure? You could, but it's not gonna fix your issue. It's gonna give you a temporary relief. Check out the ebook I did on how to lower your cholesterol naturally. It will teach you how to lower it, but I have the method there how to prevent oxidization. That's the main thing. It's all about oxidization. So going back to weight loss, and I know I have a lot of where did you buy niacin in powder? I bought it from a company called Pure Bulk, and I'm trying to test their quality to see if it's good or not. And if it is good, I'm gonna share it with you guys, Gandalf. So this way, the amount you buy from iHerb, you can buy from these guys and last you a whole year. I'm just testing the quality right now. I'm testing their niacin. I'm testing their ellagic acid, which is polyphenols, 2,000 milligrams. I'm testing their pine bark. I'm testing their L-theanine as well. So I'm testing everything in large quantities to see if it's good quality as all the other companies we've seen on iHerb. The only reason I like iHerb because of their certificate of analysis, and it's not produced in, let's say, China and stuff. So that's why I'm kind of testing it right now. If the quality is good and the blood test shows positive, then I'll share it with you guys. I'll share the links, and you can definitely order from there. I am familiar with Shilajit. If you can afford it, go for it. It's just right now it's very tough to actually trust the source and how it's being produced, and whether it's bullshit or not. So far, I've been approached by about 5 companies And every time I ask him for certificate of analysis, he won't give it to me. So I'm having a hard time trusting some of these companies that sells, like say Moss, for example, or like Chilligit. If you can get your hands on some good ones, I can always look into it to see if it's actually worth it. But that said, back to our topic in regards to weight loss. So we have intermittent fasting, we have shifting of your carbohydrates, not so much about reducing carbohydrates, but shifting. It's all about timing. That would be very, very important. It's not so much about reducing the amount when it comes down to carbohydrates, it's just shifting. And I know some people say, well, you need it during the daytime, a whole bunch of stuff. But the problem is, whenever you spike insulin, insulin makes things grow. Okay? And if it makes things grow, there's no point of actually doing that during the daytime. You rather do it at night so you can actually act as a repair mechanism and actually fixes your tissue, whether it's muscle tissue or anything that is damaged throughout the day. And that's the best time to actually shift your carbohydrates to being last meal of the day. Suntheanine is the same thing as L-theanine. It's just it's a different form. I just have to look into it, but I think they either do like an extra step of fermentation, so it's actually more highly absorbable. But it's the same thing. They use L-theanine is stearitic. You bought some from Afghanistan? Yeah, if like I said, it's hard for me to tell you. Like I've tried Shilajit before. It does work really good for anti-inflammation and stuff, and gives you the trace minerals. It's just whether you can afford it or not. It's all about affording the product or not. And if you're not able to afford it, then don't buy it, because it doesn't mean you take it for a month and you feel great. You have to actually take it for multiple months to actually start to feel a difference. And if you don't do that, then pretty much you're just wasting your time and money. So it is very, very important to actually look at this. I have hemochromatosis, and when I get blood out, I don't feel good. Last time saline drip is okay. The saline drip is fine, should be fine. It depends how often you're giving blood, you're donating blood. I have original Shilajit, but it's not suitable for everyone. Oh, nice. What would you recommend for timing the blood naturally? For thinning, you can use nattokinase, you can use garlic, you can use cayenne, you can use nitric oxide. All these will actually help thin out the blood. But when back to like say weight loss, whenever you're looking to do weight loss, forget about calories in, calories out. That's all bullshit as well too. As long as you're doing intermittent fasting, as long as you're actually adding more saturated fats, so you're not craving food all the time, as long as you're actually controlling your simple carbohydrates to last meal of the day, pretty much weight loss would just happen as a side effect, which is pretty awesome. I've been taking pine bark extract for a month now. How you feel so far? So taking pine bark, you're gonna get, depends on the percentage. Cheers, Huss. Thank you. Depends on the percentage. You can actually if it's extracted properly, you will get proper pycnogenol. And pycnogenol is one of the most powerful antioxidants, especially when it comes down to arterial health, which is very, very crucial to actually use. Eat small portions of meals a day is good weight. No, it's not, because you're constantly activating and overstimulating your pancreas. Eventually, you're going to actually cause more damage and overstimulation of your pancreas. I'd rather you eat, 1 or 2 big meals than to actually eat like 4 or 5 meals throughout the day. And I know it's still a concept with a lot of bodybuilders. They eat like 4 or 5 meals a day, and you wonder why they have heart attacks, because they're burning out their pancreas, overstimulation. So you always have to kind of be careful in regards to that. 350 milligrams is very low of pine bark. I take 2 grams a day of pine bark, Lexi. So make sure you check on that. Can you guys see the trench behind me? We got most of it covered, me and Duke, this morning. But it's starting to rain, so I actually took a break. Oh, this pine bark is trapped. Check the check to see what's the percentage. The percentage matters. For example, like I take pomegranate, but it's 90% ellagic acid, and ellagic acid is the polyphenol that you want. So same thing when you do with pine bark. Pycnogenol is the polyphenol. So if you have enough polyphenols or enough extraction of pycnogenol, pretty much you're just wasting your money. So the same thing when you take beetroot, to actually activate blood pressure, to activate nitric oxide. If it does not state the percentage, then pretty much you're not going to activate your nitrate to convert to nitric oxide. So all these little things matter. 7-day liquid fasting is good. Yeah, you can do trace minerals, lots of trace minerals, a lot of electrolytes, so you can actually saturate your body correctly. Is lion's mane good for onset Alzheimer's? If so, dosage please. Lion's mane is not bad. You can take 1,000 milligrams at night, preferably. But keep in mind, about 30% of the population only it works for them. The other 70%, they don't feel a difference at all. So you can do L-theanine, you can do MCT oil, you can do Bacopa, you can do hesperidin. All these are very effective, especially for Alzheimer's. It's going to help quite a bit, Sally. Do you still drink distilled water? I do not. No, I did a test for 6-7 months straight drinking distilled water. I will never do that again because you flush out all your minerals, all your heavy metals. And that's why I end up destroying my magnesium, because it does flush out your organic and inorganic materials. So you have to be careful. Like, it's good to do it, once in a blue moon, maybe, but not on a daily basis. It's very dangerous of flushing out all your minerals. And it becomes a huge issue, a big issue, seriously. Don't do that. Because a lot of people look like that technically we shouldn't be drinking water, which is true. We should be getting, these fluids from the food we eat. But unfortunately, due to our cooking methods, we actually drain the minerals completely. Does high cholesterol cause HA if you have artery blockage? What do you mean by HA? Does high cholesterol cause does high cholesterol cause heart attack if you have artery blockage? So the way you want to look at it, this is a little bit of a complicated, a bit of a question, but I'll do my best to answer it. So whenever you have high cholesterol, your body is telling you there's an issue in your system. There's inflammation in your system. That inflammation, it is triggered when you have inflammation in your arteries. So high cholesterol, so when we actually look at the artery, whenever there's like soft plaque or calcification, and we actually do a biopsy to actually see what's in it, it's mostly calcium, and it's mostly cholesterol. That means they're actually calcifying the soft plaque so it does not burst and cause a heart attack. So whenever you see high cholesterol, that means there is some type of calcification happening in your system. The question is, why is there calcifications? That means you probably have soft plaque. So it's just a sign that is telling you. Cholesterol back in the day 10 years ago was 350. Now they want it below 200, and now they want LDL below 50, which is, I think, is bullshit, because LDL controls your hippocampus. It controls your thoughts, your memory, your thinking, your connections, your problem solving, all that stuff. So if you actually take LDL and you lower it so much, you become like a vegetable. Seriously, you become like a vegetable. You'll end up having anger issues because you're lowering your LDL too much. So the question is, when you have high cholesterol, don't just take statins to control your cholesterol. Before you take statins, dig further to see if there's any damage to the artery. If there is damage to the artery, let's heal the artery then cholesterol will go down on its own. As simple as that. But in the meantime, to prevent damages, you can take nitric oxide so you can vasodilate your arteries so you don't have any more cholesterol trying to actually patch the damage while you're actually fixing the soft plaque issue. Once you fix the soft plaque issue, then you just stopped the progression of the calcifications and your cholesterol will lower normally. And that's usually how the concept works. Hi Maurice, would putting copper rod in my water have same benefit as drinking from a copper cup? Yes. I think you have to keep it in there for about a few minutes to actually release it. So maybe you can put like a copper rod and like a liter of water and you're gonna get roughly about 2 milligrams. Are CT scans safe in your opinion? Yeah, they are safe. The amount of radiation you get is the same thing as eating one banana. If you actually get imported bananas to your country, they actually go through a radiation and you're gonna get the same amount of radiation. It's not gonna conflict or cause any issues. It's very, very minuscule. How do you reduce soft plaque? So there's a blood test you can get. It's called LPPLA2. That's one. Another one is called MPO. Hey Deborah, how are you? Do you donate blood? I used to donate blood every 6 months. Yes. And it is good for you. Thank you. On my way to get copper rod. Sounds good. Just make sure you know it is clean and cleaned very good, and it should be fine. Yeah, put in a liter of water for about 5 minutes, take it out, should be fine. You should get probably about 2 milligrams per liter of water of drinking. Just don't overdo it because it could become toxic to your system as well too. So soft plaque, once you know your soft plaque is controlled, so two things that cause soft plaque. You have LPPLA2, if it's high, that means you have soft plaque. You have MPO, if it's high, you have soft plaque. And if your ApoB to your ApoA1 ratio is off, there's atherosclerosis already starting. So these three things, if you have them all clear, and if you guys watch my video on YouTube, I kind of explained how you can actually control them. And wait till you guys get my new ebook. It's already at 30 pages, which is, I didn't really want it to be that high in regards to heart disease. The cure to heart disease, I call it, because what I've done in that ebook, I've taken every single blood test, whether it's kidney, livers, anything to do with the heart. And if anything's elevated, I'll teach you how to actually lower it with food and supplementation. So for example, if you have high levels of LPPLA2, what do you guys think we should do? Not stop fat, not reduce sugars, none of that stuff. All you have to do is just add more polyphenols to your body. As simple as that, seriously. And you can actually fix the LPPLA2. Drinking in silver cup is good, 100%. Yes, you should. I have a silver cup. I haven't washed it. I have a silver cup and I have a copper cup. It's always good to get a different type of metals in your body. And the way you cook in a skillet, and an iron skillet, and stainless steel, you get different levels of metals in your body. Where did you get copper cup? I ordered mine from Amazon. By mistake, I put some hot tea in it yesterday, and I ended up turning green. So I had to kind of cool it down and wash it. What are polyphenols? So polyphenols are going to be your saver. So cheers, Deborah. Thank you. So polyphenols, guys. So for example, pomegranate. And pomegranate, there's what is called ellagic acid. Ellagic acid is a polyphenol. That's why a lot of bodybuilders, they drink a lot of pomegranate because they want the ellagic acid. The ellagic acid, that's your polyphenol. Green tea, you have EGCG. Turmeric, you have curcumin. Curcumin is polyphenols. So all these things, grapes, you have resveratrol. Resveratrol is polyphenols. So all these polyphenols is what keeps your soft plaque at bay. Got it, guys? That's how you control your lipoprotein small a, or LPPLA2, or MPO, myeloperoxidase. That's how you keep them at bay, and that's how you prevent soft plaque buildup. Pomegranates, although it was I'm not talking about eating pomegranate directly. You can actually buy pomegranate powder extract and make sure it says like 90 or 95% ellagic acid. The downfall is the only thing that you can actually eat as food, Gandalf, would be is blueberries because they have very low sugar amount. But all the other fruits and stuff like that is very tough. You're going to get a lot of sugar. So the sugars will actually conflict with polyphenols. And that's why technically you'll end up taking taking it as a supplement. It's good to have grape seed supplement. You could have the grape seed and you can get roughly, you just got to check the dose of how much resveratrol is in it for polyphenols. So all that stuff is all that. That's why you see they talk about resveratrol, they talk about curcumin, they talk about ellagic acid, EGCG. All these are polyphenols, but nobody actually, explain why. The reason is that's how you can actually control your arterial health, and that's how you can actually prevent wrinkles, and enhance your collagen production, enhance your microbiome. So ellagic acid will actually convert in your gut to a specific microbiome to actually cure heart disease. So it's pretty interesting, and the thing is nobody talks about it, and that's why I like that subject, because I've dived in it for so many years that it's my favorite subject, and that's why I love dealing, and I know it's very risky with heart disease. So this stuff here, this is a pure 90% ellagic acid. I take 2,000 milligrams to 4,000 milligrams of ellagic acid every single day. You cannot take too much. You take over 5,000 milligrams, you can actually cause kidney failure. So again, quercetin is another flavonoid. So all these things are actually pretty amazing. We just have to know how to use them correctly. It's what's inside that herb that actually counts. Magnesium, that's why I talk very high about magnesium. Magnesium is one of the most crucial to allow polyphenols to actually absorb correctly in your system and methylate correctly. I take it with food and make sure the food contains a lot of fat, like a lot of egg yolks. Boron from borax, what is that? Borax is a cleaner. Borax is a cleaner, yes, 100% is a cleaner. And it's the best way to actually get your boron levels. That's the best way to take it. You take 1/8 of a teaspoon and you actually mix it with 1 liter of water. You can add bicarbonate with it. You can add trace minerals to give it a different flavor. And that's how you do it. So while I was talking, I made some green tea. And that's how you get your EGCG. Polyphenols. Every cup of coffee, guys, you get 300 milligrams of polyphenols. If you guys can get 2,000 milligrams of polyphenols, that would be the ultimate thing you can do. Magnesium, grapeseed, quercetin, approved. Thank you. Cheers. Bună seara. Bună seara. And I just got a gift from Australia from the company that I actually L-European, yes, 100%. All these are actually polyphenols, guys. So the more polyphenols we have, the healthier your body is going to be, the healthier your arteries. Now, the question is, how can we rebuild your glycocalyx? And that's what we need to actually do. If we can figure out, there's one company, they claim they figured it out, and I tested for 3 years, and I think they were bullshit. They took my money, and I think they were bullshit. They didn't even do anything. But the question is, if we know how to fix the glycocalyx, we can prevent every single heart disease out of the picture. There's no more heart disease or stroke. I've learned so much from you, and then I did my entire life. Cheers, Strawberry. Thank you. So in the artery, there's a small hair layer. That hair layer is called the glycocalyx. If that hair layer is destroyed, that's how you actually get damage to your arteries. So it's getting that hair layer back to shape. Some people claim that you can actually do it from sea plants and other things, but the only thing that comes close to that is 2 things: polyphenols and nitric oxide. And that's why I will actually take both of them for life myself, due to my injury 10 years ago, and definitely I want to prevent from having another one. So I've been taking them for the past 10 years non-stop to actually prevent. And I just got a gift from Australia from one of the company, taking one of the highest dose of resveratrol. I take about 2,000 milligrams a day. So imagine 2,000 milligrams of resveratrol, 2,000 milligrams of polyphenols, of ellagic acid. And if the results of the testing shows positive effect, that means I'm going to put that in my book and I will teach you guys how to actually utilize it correctly. Does taking soda help? Yes, it does, because it's going to actually balance your pH level. Nitric oxide and what again? So this is what you guys need. This is like, I'm not trying to sell you guys, but this is the only nitric oxide that actually works to date. Seriously. There's another companies trying to compete with these guys. These guys actually, it's a patent design for their formula, where it actually releases and activates nitric oxide for up to 5 to 8 hours. This is really, really good. Okay. And once you take this, the other thing that you would need is polyphenols. And the polyphenols, I'm going to actually put it in my ebook, because it does not exist as a supplement. You actually have to take it in large quantity, because as a supplement, you can actually finish a whole bottle in a day. Maurice, is the book out, and how much is it? The book is not out yet. No, the book is not out. I'm already at 30 pages. I haven't covered all the blood work yet. Do they ship to the UK? They don't, Deborah, not yet. But what I'm doing is, I've had already 2 customers from UK. They each ordered 10 boxes, and I actually bought it on their behalf, and I shipped it for them. That's the only thing I can do right now. I can buy it from the company in the US. They ship it to me in Canada. Then from Canada, I can ship it to UK. Sometimes it costs more, but that's the only option. And I have another patient that he's growing his own arugula, because arugula is the only other thing you can do. Why do you want to neutralize your stomach acid? You should never neutralize your stomach acid. You need the acid to prevent like pathogenic effect. It rained heavy, and now we have the sun coming out, so we should go outside and continue our live chat while I'm drinking my tea. Rocket, yeah, Rocket in UK, 100%. So yeah, you guys keep an eye out for my book. I know I haven't, since I've been here almost 2 weeks, I haven't had a chance to actually write anything in my book, and I really want to finish it. I've been working on it for 2 years, and it's taken so much of my time. Eat right for your blood type is bullshit. Jimmy, imagine I'm a A+ blood type, and they tell me in the book that I thrive on soy. I'm not supposed to eat any meat. I'm supposed to eat grains and soy. Now, you tell me, do you believe that crap? Dear chat, Maurice is incredible in a one-on-one, so helpful and generous with his time. Thank you. I really appreciate that, JR. And I do that to everyone. I know, some of you guys book 30 minutes, some of you guys book an hour, and sometimes we go over, and I never really, question that. And on top of that, usually, you guys as a patient is supposed to take notes. And I know I go through a lot of information so fast, and I just sit and retype it all and reconfigure it and resend it over to you. You missed my question. Sean, what was it? I hope it wasn't blocked, man. These cups are amazing. Look, I got them for like $1.50. I still have the sticker. I haven't washed them. I saw these cups. There was only like 5 of them, and they're pretty awesome. I wanted to buy a few more, but I couldn't. They didn't have any. And then check out what I'm trying to make a little stand for them. So I got 3 so far only. I need like 6 at least if I get company over. I'm trying to actually fix my kitchen here because it's so freaking tiny. What are some things to get started on to stop oxidization? Niacin. Hey, I just want to say I'm in awe of your confidence to go live looking the way you do. Cheers. Thank you. My question about a price of one-on-one getting blocked. Oh, how much do I charge? 30 minutes. I don't even know my prices sometimes. I think it's like $55 for 30 minutes. And for an hour, it's 110. But we cover a lot of information, a lot of valuable information. Do you ever experience PVC like heart skipping beats? I did when I was drinking distilled water. It was such an uncomfortable issue. I was having irregular heartbeat, which is like atrial fibrillation, and I would have like a fluttering. and I had the issue for 6 months. It was brutal, and I was actually doing carnivorous diet, but the problem is I followed somebody who said, hey, you should start drinking distilled water to actually cleanse out your system and all that. And I actually believed that. And that's the first time I ever, without doing research. So I started drinking distilled water, did it for about 5 months. And after that, I just crashed, completely crashed. I couldn't function or nothing. My heart was beating like crazy. It was like all day long. And that's when I actually took time off and I wanted to actually get into it and detailed. And I actually figured out the issue and what was lost, and I got it fixed. I want to buy an hour consultation for my dad. The doctors are trying to get him on statins. Yeah, Jimmy, definitely. You can sit down and chat, and if you want to be with the, get in with the call, us three, we can definitely do that, 100%. How do I do one-on-one with you? Johnny, if you click on, if you guys, here, let me show you. I'm going to show you on my computer here how you guys can actually get to it. So let me switch my camera so you guys can see my screen. How do you switch the camera? Switch camera, flip camera, flip camera. So if you guys can see my computer, hopefully you guys can see my computer screen. So when you go on my TikTok and stuff, this is the website. This is the website. It says stan.store/Maurice Deher. If you go to that website, guys, it's going to take you to my website here, and it says on the top, book a call with me 30 minutes or book a call with me for 60 minutes. And that's how you guys can book. Okay, guys, and that is like the easiest way. And if you guys are having a hard time, send me a direct message. I'll send you the link. You just have to copy and paste the link because TikTok does not allow it to run. Or you can go to my YouTube channel and actually click on it. What's the best water to drink? It's not about the best water because none of us can get like real spring water from underground. I do here off a grid, but for you guys living in the city, you just have to have like a really good filtration system. I have one right here behind me. See that stainless steel by Berkeley? I don't mind it. And I got my coffee machine going now and everything, which is awesome. So that's what I use. You can put your tap water in here. It's gonna go through a filtration system, and that's how you're gonna get your clean water. After you get your clean water, then you're gonna add some trace minerals, and this trace minerals has your 70 plus minerals, has your magnesium and your electrolyte, and that's how you can actually mineralize your body correctly. Sipping on sugar as I watch this. Ken, cheers. Enjoy your sugary stuff. What is oxidization exactly? Oxidization is when your body goes into like oxidative stress, for example, right? Where pretty much, so let's say for example, you overconsume sugary stuff, or you overconsume French fries, or you overconsume anything heavily processed. Your body does not know what to do with the excess. Is going to end up causing oxidization. So instead of your lipids flowing correctly in your body, now they're actually being oxidized. And once they oxidize, they're going to cause some arterial issues. They're going to cause blockages. They're going to cause your system to overstimulate too much. And these can actually cause a lot of damage to your system. So all these things will cause oxidization. Stress is oxidative stress. You can causes depression. All these things will actually cause environmental health. Aluminum, the chemtrails we got in the sky to actually modify the weather is very acidic, and we actually we grow food, we actually breathe that stuff. So all that stuff is causing oxidative damage to our system. Is there a way to increase HDL? Well, I like your thoughts last time, Gandalf. You told me that whiskey increases your HDL, and it's true. I was gonna do a video on it. I haven't had a chance, but if you do purchase a single malt pure whiskey, it does actually increase your HDL levels. If you're drinking roughly a couple ounces a day only, being last meal of the day, and it does not spike your insulin so much because it's actually a single malt and it's not mixed and it's aged correctly. So that's one option of actually increasing your HDL by drinking single malt whiskey. So cheers to all the drinkers, whoever loves drinking. I'm not saying abuse it, like maybe have one little glass a day, but as well, if you actually drink more than a cup, it does actually spike your triglycerides by 25%. So one of the best way to increase HDL without actually causing a spike in triglyceride, actually destroy your triglyceride, you can do that by taking niacin. My ankles keep swelling. Any ideas? Yeah, you're not hydrating correctly. It's coming from your kidneys. B3 nicotinic acid will increase HDL 100%. 100%. The French diet is the best way to lose weight. Maybe, maybe not. The French diet, because they haven't been exposed to a lot of the chemicals that we have here in North America. How many beets for nitrate? You need 300 grams. But the problem is with beets, you're going to get oxalates, you're going to get sugars. So it's better to go with arugula. My grandpa was diabetic and he swore that whiskey lowered his blood sugar. Oh, it does, 100%. Just got to make sure it is a single malt. I was saying the blood test you gave me, no doctor is going to give me. What to do, please? Who hires your doctor? You hired your doctor for a reason. If he doesn't do it for you, move on. Get another doctor. Seriously. Get another doctor, or you might have to pay out of pocket to get it done. It's your health on the line, not your freaking doctor. The doctor just wants to make money. I'm sorry, please repeat for the ankles. You need to hydrate your body correctly. Your liver is overstimulated. You're not actually, you have to add minerals to your water. That's why you're getting swelled up. They eat carbs and saturated fats because their food is a lot cleaner than ours, so it does not conflict. Like I said, it's going to be probably about 20 or 30 years before they actually become like North America. Is lipase good to lower cholesterol? Any recommendation? No, lipase does not work. You need a couple millions FIP of lipase, and it still does not reach to the heart tissue. I did a huge video on this. I got a message about subscription. What's in the subscription we don't get here? It was just something I was trying to put together for the subscription. It's more of a monthly ebook, because every month I'm actually writing an ebook, and instead of actually selling these ebooks for 5, for 10, or whatever, I'm trying to actually do like a subscription to see if it's good for certain people and stuff that would like it, because I had a lot of requests. I have about 20 some people that actually subscribe to it, where they get a free ebook every single month. So every first of the month, there'll be a new ebook released on a specific thing, whether it's, let's say mood enhancement, let's say whether it's cholesterol, whether it's taurine, anything like that. But, doing the live is excellent as well too. It just was an addition that I wanted to actually put out there as well. Any vitamins for the bladder? Can my bladder be inflamed? Not affected? You can try D-Menos. I keep burning. Please help. You keep burning? What do you mean by you keep burning? Oh, for the bladder, it's do D-Menos, 500 milligrams every 2 hours for 5 days, and you should fix it. They have less PUFAs in their foods. Yes, they have less polyunsaturated fats. They have less chemicals in their food. Their agriculture is not as heavily produced as North America. So that's why when I was living there, I actually stopped by there, and for a visit, I even went to Spain. Their food system is way better. D-Menos, MANNOSE, I think. Robert, cheers to the hat. Recommendation for gout, cherry tart, and eliminate all your fructose from the diet. What causes a gout attack is fructose. What do you think about saunas and cold plunges? Cold plunges are good. Saunas are good. You can't really overdo the sauna because it will flush out your magnesiums and your trace minerals from the body. So once a week is fine. Don't do it more. Some people are doing it 3 times a week. They're eventually going to end up getting some irregular heartbeat. 6 times a week is too much. Oh yeah, it's way too much. Maybe 1 to 3 times, maybe 1 to twice, maximum 3 times. Which minerals to add to water? You want your full base trace mineral. This one here. I have the link in my profile bio. So most bioavailable. It has 70 plus trace minerals. It has your magnesium and your electrolyte. I'm almost done. This is my 3rd bottle. I have less than half. I have to make an order. This tea is actually not bad. It's jasmine green tea. It's okay to take if I'm pregnant. To take, yes, the trace minerals, yes, it does not conflict at all. It's just trace minerals are found in our water system technically, but due to issues with corporations and competition between governments and a bunch of stuff, it's just been flushed out. No, for the D minerals, oh yeah, it is safe because it's just gonna end up having, it's a type of sugar molecule. Is carnivore diet okay? I've been on carnivore diet for 10 years. What would you like to know? Of course it is okay, or else I wouldn't be on it for 10 years now. Is dandelion tea beneficial? Yeah, it's good for the kidneys and liver. And actually, your milk thistle, your dandelion is gonna actually flush out your kidneys, which is really good, especially if you have like issue with your with the filtration. And it goes really good with milk thistle and hibiscus. Overactive gallbladder, overactive bladder as well. The question is, why is it overactive? Obviously, something is in the bladder that is actually happening. So you can definitely take magnesium glycinate or citrate, does help, but as well, D-minerals will actually help. Overactive, that means something is going on. Nettle tea is a little bit high in potassium, yes. I've seen a lot of biohackers, influencers changing their stance on intermittent fasting. They're now saying it's not healthy. The problem is, people are just, everybody, they hear something, they jump on the wagon and they start doing it, and some they overdo it. And a few years down the road, they figure, hey, I think we're overdoing it. We're hurting ourselves. Intermittent fasting is not dangerous. Intermittent fasting is good, but you have to do it properly. That's the problem. And you actually have to do what is called a carb load, or else you're going to destroy your thyroid. So a lot of the influencers are having an issue because they're destroying their thyroid from overdoing intermittent fasting. And it's not for everybody. Like, you actually have to work your way through it slowly and properly. And you actually have to cycle. You can't be on, doing fasting every single day, like 20 hours or 24 hours or one meal a day. It's not really as healthy. Olive extract, perfect polyphenols for weight loss. Do I need to add mineral if I'm drinking spring water from the ground? No, you don't. The only thing is you might have to add is magnesium if it's very rich in calcium, the water. Is white rice better than brown rice? Yes, 100%. It's the most least anti-nutrient effect on the body. But the nice thing is about the prebiotic, it will actually convert to fatty acids after it's being fermented in your small intestine, sorry, in your large intestine. And what happens is it will actually produce butyric acid. So the next day, your levels of energy and strength is just going to be incredible. Yes, you're right. They say that a full-time carnivore destroys thyroid and hormone. And the funny thing, Jimmy, about a year down the road when I started carnivore, back in 2015, roughly 2014, I told everyone, you cannot be 100% on carnivorous without actually adding some type of carbs or some type of carbohydrate at least once a week, so you can refuel the glycogen storage. And nobody believed me. And nobody would actually listen to me. And that's the only way I'm able to maintain carnivorous, for 10 years. Like, even what's his name, the carnivore doctor, and all these guys, they all said, well, we need carbs because we couldn't function correctly. They wrote a book. You still need certain carbs to actually boost up your glycogen storage no matter what. But people don't actually realize that. And I've been talking about it 10 years ago. Paul Saladino, yeah, there you go. And people don't understand that. They think that's it. One diet fits all. It's the same thing as you going vegan and it fits everything. No, it doesn't. You still have to add certain nutrients to your body. This is why you're one of the only people I follow and trust. Thank you. Thank you for your time, Maurice. Good luck on a tiny home, brother. Cheers, Antoine. Thank you. Get in there. What carbs you eat? So I do this, guys. If you're listening to this very carefully, I'll give you my answer. So I do carnivore diet 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Okay. My main meals is steak and eggs in the morning, steak and eggs in the evening. Now on Saturday, that's when I do my carb load. So my first meal on Saturday is still gonna be steak and eggs. Now in the evening, I will work out extremely hard, where my muscles are vibrating really, really harsh and I'm exhausted. Then I do what is called the carb load. The carb load consists of anywhere between 1 to 5 cups of white rice. Yes, 1 to 5 cups of white rice. And that's how I'm able to actually boost my glycogen storage. Gary Brecka said fasting is now very dangerous long term. Lol. Let me tell you something. Gary Brecka is all bullshit. It's all about the 10x optimization system. His vitamin line and mineral line and magnesium line and all that TMG bullshit is he uses the cheapest formula. He charges the biggest dollars ever, and he's not able to fix your issue because I've had a little chat with some of their team and I told them, you guys are focusing on a single factor to fix high blood pressure, MTHFR. That's it. There's 7 factors that actually affect your blood pressure. You're only thinking of one, and that one is only 30%. So what happened to the other freaking 70% of the population? They're clueless about it. Seriously, they are freaking clueless. I will say to their face, they're clueless about it. So the 10x optimization bullshit, eventually give them like a next 6 months, you're not going to hear about Gary Brecka anymore or any of that marketing bullshit, unless he changes his way of looking at things. He's always trying to sell. They sell you the package. They'll give you the documents. I've seen the documents. I've had already about 4 patients who has the documents, and it's like a little computer that prints everything together. And everybody, it's funny, all 4 patients are all the same dose, the same everything. Well, you cannot just have one vitamin that fits everybody's pocket, that fits everybody's microbiome, that fits everybody's stomach. Every person should be 100% customized correctly. He's constantly trying 5 cups of rice with what? Only rice? My blood glucose would go sky. Yeah, only rice. That's it. And yeah, sometimes I would cook it with coconut oil to actually balance your spike. So keep in mind, there's a reason why it has to be simple carbohydrates. Do you guys know why? It's a secret I've held for 20 years. And people always listen to other influencers, but they don't really realize why. There's a reason why it should be white rice. And there's a reason that it has to be a simple carb. So let me give you an example. So let's say your carb night, you end up doing complex carbohydrates. So complex carbohydrates like quinoa and beans as well. That's kind of bullshit, Millie. I'll tell you why. So the complex carbohydrates, they spike your insulin up high, and when they actually drop, they drop very slow. So now by the time they drop, already 6 hours has gone by. It's going to take about 6 hours before they drop fully. When you eat a simple carbohydrate like resistant starches, like sweet potatoes, white rice, for example, is going to spike your insulin and drop it back to normal stages under 4 hours. So anytime you actually cause a spike and you drop it before a 4-hour period, you will actually prevent inflammation. But if you do a complex carbohydrates, it's going to take 6 to 8 hours. So you wake up the next day, you're fully inflamed. But if you do that with white rice, it doesn't cause an inflammation effect. So that's the difference in between. You want a high rise, a fast super spike, as hard as possible, and a drop to normal under 4-hour period. So that's how the carb load works. And it's been a bodybuilding thing for like almost 25, 28 years. They've been practicing that method, and nobody knows how to use it. And you can actually use that same method for diabetic. You can use that same method for building muscle, for carnivore diet, to boost up your glucose, everything. How do you feel about ground beef? What's wrong with ground beef? If you're doing it yourself or you know the source, it's perfectly healthy. But keep in mind, it has a large surface. Can we eat fruits instead of rice? You only can eat fruits that actually cause a very high, strong spike of insulin. So it would be like watermelon and grapes. Yeah, but if you're not diabetic, it takes longer time or others. But if you're not diabetic, no. What do you mean if you're not diabetic? If as a diabetic, I would never recommend a carb load right away till you actually get your insulin resistance fixed. Can I eat rice and veggies together? Yeah, you could, as long as your veggies has nothing to do with your carbohydrates, because what we're looking for is a strong spike from white rice, not oats either. Can we eat fruits instead? What about avocado? Avocado does not fall in the category of insulin. Avocado falls in a fat consumption, so you can still consume avocado without causing any spikes in insulin, which is fine, yeah. But it's not gonna actually boost up your glycogen storage. If that's because that's what we're after right now. We're after, guys, just to kind of explain this, we're after for certain individuals. Like right now, if I don't do a carb load, I'll probably lose so much weight. I'll probably drop just being on a carnivorous. And I just don't want to get to that extent because you're going to end up losing too much weight and end up losing muscle mass. You don't want to lose muscle mass. Eating a high fat with rice would slow the insulin spike, correct? Yes, 100%. 100%. I would only cook it with about like maybe a tablespoon of coconut, but the rest is just let it be because I do want that spike. Cakes do the boost like nothing else, and it's more fun than empty rice. Oh, 100%. Like I said, live a little. 100% live a little. Like it doesn't have to be every freaking time rice. Could be pizza, could be cake, could be ice cream. Live a little, but know the consequences of how you want to actually bring it up and bring it down as fast as possible. You could have some fruits every day if you want. Just don't overdo it. I rather you kind of go with anything that is in season. Mostly berries would be ideal for fruits. So steak with rice, no steak. Steak would be in the morning. Rice would be just by itself. No protein with it. Keep in mind, the only reason I don't do protein with the rice because you don't want to cause a glycation effect and coagulate your blood. What are your thoughts on hydroquinone and retention? I don't have much information on that. I'll have to look into it for you. Is avocado bad for someone whose potassium is high? It depends on the potassium. See, there's RBC potassium and there's regular potassium. If you're checking your regular potassium, it's irrelevant. I want to lose weight. I did carnivore for 8 months, lost 10 kilograms. Now I want another 10, but I'm in a plateau. I'm doing keto from 3 weeks. I'm not losing either. Kylie, you have to actually reboost system, and the only way you can do that, you gotta do like what's called a carb load. You can book an appointment with me. I can help you with it, and we can draft out a plan, and we can continue on the weight loss. So what do you eat with me? Just eggs, meat and eggs. That's all I have. That's all I have. Sometimes I would be able to get some cheeses, but I've ordered some blue cheese. That's the only cheese I like, and it hasn't freaking arrived. I was looking forward to it today. I have to go to work, Maurice. Thank you. We'll get a consultation soon. Looking forward to that, Antoine. Thanks so much for tuning in. What other things create coagulation? So mixing protein and carbs, heavy intake of sugars, heavy intake of resistant starches. If you are on a carnivore, can you use seasoning other than salt? You know, it's fun. It's a funny question because nobody's actually holding you tight and telling you, hey, if you put freaking black pepper or white pepper on your steak, you're not carnivorous anymore. Like, come on, give me a freaking break, guys. Enjoy it as it depends how you feel. If you take a black pepper or certain seasoning with your steak and you feel good about it, then continue using it. If somebody comes knocking on your door and tell you, hey, by the way, I know you're carnivorous, but you're eating peppers and stuff, like, don't just listen to that bullshit. Seriously, do what you feel is right for you, not what influencers are telling you to do. Why we have a green? Why you have a green urine after B? It's the vitamin B6 and B2. They all kind of give you like an orangey coloration. Do you do fried eggs? The eggs I do sometimes I boil them, sometimes I pan fry them, but I leave the yolk as raw as possible. Hi, what can I do for menopause? Send me a message, Sharon. I'll give you some information you can actually try because it varies per person. Like I said, the greenish urine is just, it depends on the vitamin B complex where it's derived from. Have you measured your BG spike during carb loading? Oh yeah, I have. It goes as high as like 8.29, and less than 4 hours it drops back to like regular 4.8, 4.9. What do you eat with rice? Nothing, just rice. It's a boring meal. The carb load is a boring meal, guys. I freaking hate rice. But you know, is Lactobacillus salaris good for teeth health? Yeah, it's not bad. You can actually like do oil pulling and stuff like that. Question, why do you leave as raw as possible? Why do you leave as raw as possible? I don't understand. Why do you leave? as raw as possible. Can I book a 1 hour call for my wife and I? Yeah, 100% you could. 100% you could, yes. Do you receive an email? Anything for gum disease treatment? Yes, Sally, send me a message. I did a free ebook for looking after your teeth and stuff. I can definitely send you that for free. I know I don't have it on the website, but send me a message. Why do you eat the egg yolk raw? Oh, so this way you preserve the essential fatty acids because they're heat sensitive, and you can actually destroy the yolk, destroy the essential fatty acid that we need, like your vitamin K2, your vitamin D3, your essential fatty acids like vitamin A, vitamin. All these vitamins are very crucial. Other than that, you have your omega-3s as well too. So all that is very delicate. So anything with like polyunsaturated fats is very delicate, and you have to actually don't overcook it. You have to like barely cook the eggs. The white, I don't care about the white. The white has to be fully cooked because it's just strictly protein, but the yolk is very, very important, very crucial. The only reason I don't put meat with the rice due to the glycation effect. So the glycation effect is gonna age you faster. Now, don't get me wrong. I tell this to everybody, like live a little. So maybe let's say, if you're doing a carb load, let's say 4 times, like once a week, maybe like once or twice a month, instead of being rice, it could be like a pizza, or it could be ice cream, could be something you want to actually do something other than rice. It's just don't overdo it. Can do a runny yolk. Why not? Then, it's too bad because now you're gonna destroy that fat. I used to enjoy stir fry, no more, I guess. Is that health every day to jogging 10 kilometers? It's too much, Aida. You're gonna end up causing more harm than good. It's better to do like a HIIT training. What's the hype with methylene blue or for the brain and stuff? I don't know if I did a video on that. I'll have to actually check. You're always gonna get different hypes from different influencers. Is it the same if you pair onions with the steak? Onions are different as long as they're not overcooked. Onions are good because now we're causing more of, onions are more of a medicinal properties where it actually gives you more sulfur. Same with garlic. But keep in mind, they still kind of act as a prebiotic as well if overly cooked. So it's better if you actually eat them raw, and maybe like a slice or two would be fine. Can we take veggies with rice? You can take veggies with rice, yes. Veggies, again, it could be resistant starch, could be pumpkin, could be squash. All these are resistant starches, could be carrots. So all these are resistant starches. You can actually mix it up with your rice. So anything that is resistant starches would be great. I gave you guys an example as rice, but you can mix it up with everything that is resistant starches. Is omega-3 in canned fish destroyed by the cooking process? Oh, 100%. This is one of the worst things you can actually eat is canned food. You got heavy metals and all your omega-3s are already destroyed. So what's the point of taking it? It's good to take it as a protein, but nothing more, nothing less, to be honest with you. And anybody tells you otherwise, they're all bullshit because they have no clue what's going on. I asked so many companies to give me a certificate of analysis and nobody would because they know the omega-3 is already destroyed. What is something you wish you'd have started sooner? I'd like to go 10 years ago, and actually I wish I knew a little bit more about heart issue, and I wish I didn't really listen to doctors. Seriously, because they got me killed. They almost got me killed, and that's the only thing that I actually regret. Is it best to cook the meats raw rather than medium? Medium rare would be fine. Rare would be excellent. Completely raw is even better, especially if you're looking to lose weight. Raw would be ideal. I eat still 80% of my food. 80 to 90% of my food is still 100% raw. Is it best to cook the meats? We've talked that. What do you think of MSM powder? MSM powder is not bad. If you're mixing it with borax and chondroitin, glucosamine, just don't take no more than about a gram a day would be ideal because it could cause an issue with some mutation. So 1 gram a day is good for good levels of sulfate, which is excellent, especially if you have issue with your joints or you have, as well, it does actually helps with arterial flexibility as well too, especially if you mix it with glucosamine. We've noticed that the arteries actually become very, very flexible. Can steak be paired with onions, peppers, or salt? 100%, 100%. Just don't overcook a lot of that stuff, just so you don't actually, because the moment you overcook some of the stuff, they release more sugary stuff, right? Yes, you're spot on. That's why I do it. You know your material. Thanks as always. Cheers, Margot. Thank you. Constipation. Constipation. One of the fast way to get rid of constipation is collagen with pineapple. That will actually help with the constipation. Or you can take magnesium citrate. Helps. It's pretty amazing as well too. Constipation is because your system is not working correctly. Mostly it's your pancreas. This is just like what I gave you right now is just like a quick fix. But if you want like a real good fix, probably book a time with me because it could be your pancreas is overstimulated and we need to fix it. Collagen with pineapple, yeah. Well, we still got time. I think 17%. Not bad. Once the little baby here wakes up, I can go outside because it's raining on and off, and I need to finish the trench because that trench killed me. It's we did 500 feet, and now we still have roughly maybe like 50 feet left. What the hell? You guys hear me? Would you increase? Why you increase? Be overstimulated? Why your pancreas would be overstimulated? Probably because it's the because you guys are overeating sometimes. How much collagen? What kind? At least 10 grams of collagen. Type 1, type 3, pineapple, couple of chunks, put it all in there in water and drink it. Oh, yeah, pancreas. Anything to take for cough and sore throats, you can do NAC, N-acetyl-L-cysteine. That works pretty amazing. It works really, really good. NAC is going to help with that. It's going to get rid of any of the mucus. And always have it as an emergency, guys. You don't have to take it every day. You take it for a couple of days, you feel good, you stop. And you just keep it on the side for emergency purposes. And that's what you guys need to do. I was just checking on I got someone from Japan sent me seeds for a mini plant to grow. What do you call them? Papaya. So it's kind of interesting to see if they will actually sprout and if they actually do good in this weather or not. I'd love to have some fruit trees. What about 5 days in the week? What about 5 days in? That's a lot. That's way too much. I wouldn't do no more than about a hit, no more than about 3 times a week of hit. 25 minutes. That's all the body requires. If you're doing like 10 kilometers, 5 days a week, that's way too much. You're not giving your body any time to actually recover at all. And if you're not giving your body time to recover, you're just gonna cause yourself issues, and it's not gonna be. I don't like moringa stuff just because I think it maybe it's another hype. Some people talk highly about it. I've tried it, kind of tough to. So no, would cilantro and parsley juice help with? Yes. Good. Your thoughts on hydrogen water? It's just another bullshit. People are trying to make money off of everybody. The hydrogen water, I've tested it almost 6 years ago. Bought a huge machine for my clinic back in the day, and I still have the machine. $6,000 was a waste of money. I wish I never spent it. That was the biggest mistake I ever done. It takes 20 minutes to make a cup, and didn't feel nothing. I wish I can give the machine away for somebody who can come and get it. It weighs like 200 pounds. Is Neurokinase good for the arteries? I redone minimum 600 milligrams a day to have effect. Neurokinase is good. You should check out the video. I talked about Neurokinase, and you can take as high as, we're talking 10,000 milligrams. If you really want a really good effect, blend ultimatum. Yeah, check out the video on YouTube I did about Neurokinase and vitamin K2, but we're talking like mega doses. Maurice, all sardines from a tin, no omegas, 0 omega, seriously. what do you prefer me doing? I would do like 3 times a week, 25 minutes HIIT training. That's it. That means you walk for 3 minutes, you run for 1 minute. You walk for 3 minutes, you run for 1 minute. The whole idea is to actually go back into a recovery zone right away. Once you start to kind of get good in the recovery zone, then we can actually change that routine. But that would be a good routine for your cardiovascular and system. Canadian water, another bullshit. I'm making neurokinesis all myself. Oh, that's awesome. From NATO. Hopefully it works out. Chilajit, again, with Chilajit, it's a little bit of a bullshit. Sorry to say that, guys. If you're able to afford it for at least a year, yes. If you're not able to afford it for a year, don't just buy it. Trust me. Like a lot of these supplements, guys, you gotta know. When you buy it, you don't buy just one month supply, because it does take anywhere between 2 to 3 months before you start to feel a difference. And if you don't feel a difference, that means you just wasted your time and money. It does not just happen from 1 month you try it, oh, next month is too expensive. You have to actually be dedicated and do it for a whole 6 months to a year to actually see if there's a difference happening in your body. If there's no difference happening in your body, then you're just wasting time and money. So a lot of supplements like that. That's why, I only stick to like specific supplementation. And when I give you guys like the information based on our consultation, I will tell you, please buy at least 3 to 6 bottles, because you will be using this product a lot. Don't just buy one. And especially when we're actually trying to saturate your cells, we're trying to fix your system, we're trying to actually heal the body. One supplement is not going to work for you. So you do need multiple intake throughout the day. Can torn arm nerves regenerate, and what would help? No, they won't. Depends what's the percentage. Most of it is going to be surgery. I did the same thing with my bicep. I have a 25% loss. I did not do the surgery because it's not successful. The thing is, what you can do, Pearl, you can do peptides, BPC 157, TB 500, inject that in your gut, and it will actually reduce the inflammation and will actually strengthen your nerves regeneration, or anything that was damaged, and possibly it will actually prevent the pain. And that's what I did. You do like at least 2 cycles. It is 100% natural and it's amazing. That's what I would actually suggest doing. I sprayed my ankle and my whole body hurts. I fell. Can you suggest something other than D-ribose, or to actually prevent some pain or let the body heal? You can put some ice packs. You can elevate your ankle while you're relaxing. These are the only things you can do. Not much supplements can actually help with that. There is more of a damaged ligament possibly, or damaged skin tissue. That's the only thing you can do. Other than that, you can put some other, I don't know if you can put maybe, yeah, that's the only thing you can actually do. You can't really do a whole lot. How to avoid copper toxicity? Do I need to take zinc when taking copper? Technically, so the ratio of zinc to copper has to be 7 to 1. Keep that in mind. So every 1 milligrams of copper, you got to be taking about 7 milligrams of zinc. Not the same time. Anything for recurring bursitis, send me a message. I'll send you some information in regards to that. Thank you. You said BP for the nerves, BPC hyphen 157. 157 or 57? I can't remember. For the gut, well, it does help with the with damages of the ligaments, but you gotta mix it with TB 500 as well. Some organic castor oil packs wrapped around your ankle also helps 100%. Hi, brother from the Caribbean. Thanks for the great info. Cheers, Nick. I hope you're having some good days there and good weather. It's funny. Right now we have the sun out for like 2 minutes and it rains heavy. Sun's out, comes out for 2 minutes and it rains heavy. Once the little guy is woken up, maybe we can go outside and play with him. As you guys can see, he's all out. You guys can see him on the bed. He's out sleeping. Must be nice, eh? He stole my bed, so I get to sit and wait for him to wake up. I'm trying not to say his name, because if I say his name, he's gonna wake up. So we'll let him rest. Swollen legs cure. Is it lymphatic issue? Swollen legs is mostly your kidney. Your water that you're drinking is not hydrating correctly. Beautiful sight. Thank you. Behind me. Oh, wait till we go outside. We got the huge mountain in front of us there, which is pretty amazing, but it's like black clouds. And we have like on top of me, there's like a little crack and the sun is out. It's pretty amazing, actually. Speak on sulforaphane, broccoli. That's another like a polyphenol, but the problem with it does cause underactive thyroid. Chemtrails form cloud and rain or not? Oh yeah, they do. They do. Seriously, yesterday, beautiful day, 18 degrees, clear sky. An hour later, you see like freaking chemtrails going across this one across. So you look at the sky again, is like squares. And you look at the temperature, it's supposed to be like 19 today, and suddenly it changes down to like 9 degrees with heavy rain for the next 2 days. So yeah, they do. All that aluminum. Now I'm gonna go outside and breathe the damn thing. Celtic salt for minerals? Yeah, it's not bad. It's very minuscule amount of minerals in it. How many milligrams of sulforaphane? It depends which one you can, but technically you need minimum 1,000 milligrams. What time is it? I'm gonna take probably like, because my phone is dying, I gotta charge it and go back outside and work between the rain. Control for prophylaxis. Send me a message. I'll send you some information in regards to that. My cheat book. You guys, if you get a chance, please go to my website. Anything you see there, ebooks, free stuff, ebooks for free, all that stuff. Please go ahead and download it. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. You know, I definitely need you guys' support to keep me going. Would be incredible. Any other benefits besides the cancer? Oops, I missed it. I have a mucus coming up in the throat. Start taking some NAC, 1,200 milligrams every 3 hours. Cardio versus strength training. Which one best to do often for women? Strength training. You need muscle. You don't need just to work your cardiovascular. You need to actually enhance your muscle level, because keep in mind, the largest muscle in your body is your heart. Is there any way to cure emphysema? Yeah, there is. Very easily cured. I think I might, maybe, I don't know if I have it in my cheat book or not. If not, probably you can book a time. We can actually help you from there. What is good for mucus? NAC, and acetyl-L-cysteine. Oh shoot, I gotta take my liposomal stuff. Oh yeah, and I gotta talk to you guys about this in the next day or two. I just got it the other day. I haven't really used it, especially anybody who's struggling with mucus or anybody has issue with their lungs. We can actually start talking about this little thing, where we can actually wear it and actually increase the capacity in our lungs. It's gonna be pretty amazing. I got it yesterday, so I'm looking forward to actually give it a shot and increase the lung capacity. It's going to be really good, especially anybody with having issues with mucus or breathing issue, or especially if you're a freaking smoker and you're trying to quit. So I'll talk about this a little bit more in specific once I start using it and kind of see the effect of it, and we can increase the lung capacity and go from there. Best whey protein without those added things. Did you answer the question? Micrograms a day with vitamin D3 of 10,000 IU, and you need some borax. That's like your stack. Yes, collagen protein is a game changer. Why is whey is such a garbage? Honestly, yeah, it is. There is garbage. The stuff they use in there is it's not good. So guys, stick with collagen. Stick with type 1 and type 3 of collagen. That's what you need for the protein. You know, we eat enough protein, we eat enough meat, so stick with that. That would be your ideal. Check it out, guys. Here, let's see. You guys see behind me? Let's go outside. It's freaking wet. Duke is really wet. Let's go outside for like 2 minutes. Hopefully no bugs or nothing. I'll let you guys see the scene behind me. Check it out. Beautiful mountain. Where do you get your collagen? You guys, can you see where I'm at? There's my little view. The sky is actually clearing up, but as you can see, it's pretty black there. There's my little trench. I still have to dig it so Duke doesn't come out from under the fence. Still a lot of work, but it's getting like really wet. I did like 3 hours this morning. It's gonna take me probably another maybe 5 hours to finish it. For vitamins D dosage in diabetic ebook, I live in tropical country. What should be the dose? 1,000 milligrams per 1 pound of body weight, per 25 pounds of body weight. So every 25 pounds of body weight is 1,000 IU. Where is this beautiful place? In BC. I'm in British Columbia in Canada, guys. Look at that. There's my little tiny house that I'm trying to finish this year so I can stay here in the winter. A lot of work, but we're getting there. Me and Duke. Oh, Duke is pooping. We're watching him. He doesn't like anybody watching him. He just trusts me only. Duke, everybody's watching you, bud. Wakes up and poops. I gotta go pick him up now. And I did a little creek for him there so he can have some fresh water all the time. So still a lot of lot of work not done. Did this little playground for him. I wanted to actually plant trees in the bottom there, so I went to look at some trees this morning, like apples and maybe some Duke, you don't have to sniff it, just get out of here. Good boy. He needs privacy. He does. He usually hides in the trees and he poops, but he trusts me. Lemon trees. I wish I can grow lemons. We can't grow lemons here. The weather is way too cold for it. So it'll never happen. While I was actually building the tiny house, once I'm done the tiny house here, I'm gonna sell that trailer so there wouldn't be any there. But I do have neighbors on this side. Actually, they're really nice people. On this side, I have a Karen I have to stay away from. How can we kickstart weight loss? Shift all your carbohydrates from being your first, second meal of the day to last meal of the day. That's your tip. That's you guys' tip of the day. Oh, nice, beautiful sun. Look at that. The sun is out, but it's gonna probably disappear. We lose sun here by 6:30, so we don't have enough sun to actually grow some nice fruits or anything like that. You're not scared alone? No, I don't. I'm not really. I don't really think of it, whether to be scared or not or anything like that. It never really crosses my mind or anything. I see a lot of people, they kind of worry about bears or worry about coyotes and all that stuff. It doesn't really bother me, to be honest with you. Especially when Duke was only a year old, not even a year old, when he was like 4 months old, 2 years ago when we came here. He used to drag me outside like 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning to go poop. And trust me, when it's like pitch dark, black, you go outside and all you see in the forest is like eyes looking at you. But you kind of get used to it. I used to come out with my boxes. I really don't want to get dressed or nothing. Come out with my boxes, my bear spray, and I'm holding Duke so he can freaking poop. It was insane. I got quite a bit, so not really worried. And I hope I'll never have to use them, to be honest with you. And I hope I'll never have to use them. How about sensors? I do have sensors. I haven't installed them. I just installed one sensor across there, so in case Karen comes and she's trying to peek at us, the alarm goes off, the sensor goes off, so I know she's trying to watch us. There's Duke there. There's my little greenhouse. It's not done. We're finishing. We dug this about 2.5 feet under. As you guys can see, we just put the electrical box inside the sea can. And it was all the way from the bottom, so we did 540 feet altogether. Any theft came to your house, there's nothing for them to steal. Seriously, there's nothing for them to steal. What the hell are they gonna steal? There's people would come and probably they like machines. I have no machines or nothing, so nothing for them to steal. And when Duke is around, they see Duke from the top, they run away, which is good. I still have to dig this. Probably the next couple of days I have to dig and actually put like a proper piping for my septic tank. So we are getting there. We're getting there, guys. So it's almost. I was hoping I could finish everything by end of May. So in the next 2 weeks, my installation, my water line, all that stuff. Then I'm good. Then this way I can just relax and go fishing. would be awesome. Dog is better security as well. Oh, 100%. Seriously, having a German Shepherd, that's all you need. That's like your ultimate weapon is your German Shepherd. Seriously, he'll actually notify you of anything coming by. So if everything goes well and I finish all that stuff, maybe we'll have some chicken next week on that second level there. I'll just have to build a little house for them. So true. I have 3 of them in my back. Yeah, cheers to that. 100%. How much did you spend on this house to build it? I had to buy all the lumber and everything, and I did it all myself. No nun, no wife, just me and Duke. That's it. It was a lot of work, a lot of money spent. I've been coming here for the past couple of years. Every year I come and I just buy a little bit more lumber, clean a little bit more of the land, small things at a time. So yeah, it is a lot of work, but it's coming along. It's coming along very nicely, and should be good. Hopefully, if I can finish everything, then we can stay for the winter. And the winter here is beautiful because the mountain behind me, you guys can already see the mountain. There's still some snow on it. It gets like frost every single morning. Even right now in the month of May, it's pretty insane. But anyway, guys, my phone is gonna die. So I do have to actually plug it in, charge it, because I do have a meeting here in the next hour as well. And maybe we'll come back and we'll do another chat tomorrow on Friday. Tomorrow is going to be a big day because the company is coming to drop off all the insulation that I've ordered 2 weeks ago. So finally, they'll be here. Thank you, Summer. Hope it's all well complete soon. Hopefully, we're hoping. In the meantime, you guys take care, and definitely book a time with me. That's gonna be, you guys' support, and I can definitely help you from there, and we'll go at it. And if you guys have any questions or missed any, send me a direct message. I'll do my best. If not, wait till the next live chat. In the meantime, you guys take care. Sally, everybody, you guys, Blend, you guys have been awesome. Thanks, and take care. And if you guys want to watch the full replay, it is going to be on YouTube as well too. So in case some of you guys missed some of the earlier questions, feel free to check out the YouTube channel. I'll have the full recording there right away. Cheers, Strawberry. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.